Funny, he never showed up.
Oh, man.
And then I got on Family Matters and I got to him. Hey, get up there.
Oh, wait, no, Urkel was the other guy. Matters. I'm sorry, I didn't.
I have two questions. The first one's for the whole panel. Which was your favorite season or your type of Power Ranger?
My
favorite show was the Wild Wild West episode, but I guess my favorite, my favorite season, well, I like both. I mean, I like going into the movie. I thought that was
Cool.
So, say the
pilot
question one more
training.
time. Oh, well, I only did the pilot.
It was my very favorite. I loved Turbo. I loved Turbo because I got to fight outside of the costume. Well, I got to fight because in the costume there's stunt people, so I got a chance to fight. And I loved the movie because I got to fight too. Yay! I liked them all for different reasons, but I think just for nostalgia, the third season, which is when I first came up.
Her first one.
I was on the show for 6 years, but I only did Alpha for the last 3. So I like all the seasons that I was there, I'll just say that. But my favorite episode is Alpha. I think I had the most fun doing the Halloween episode because I got to beat Igor. and have the hunch on my back and do all that physicality with walking around like Igor as Alpha. It was fun.
What do we say? Wild for? No, I mean, being the Green Ranger, White Ranger was a good transition. I like working with everybody. You asked that question. I got old people, new people here. I like first s.p.d.
Space Patrol Delta. Oh.
My favorite season, obviously, was the Mighty Morphin. Mighty Morphin, baby. That's it. Of course, that was the only one I was in, but that's okay. Okay, we started.
I was going to say my favorite episode was Forever Red, but kind of took the s.p.d. thing. I think one of the episodes I liked was when it was like a black and white one where I turned into a werewolf. Yeah. That was cool.
Yeah. They shot in what was called clusters, so I never knew what episodes or what seasons. Because they just sort of cut me in whatever they wanted to do as school. But I guess I have to say, going back to the costume thing, I like the second year that I was working there because the costumes were better. And it was always a great time to work on that set. It was a great place to be.
There's no school like the old school. I'd say one of the first two.
Can I just
But
say
again, it's
what
sort of like-
s.p.d. stands for?
Space Patrol Delta.
Come on, you didn't know that?
My second question is just for Jason. I was wondering, do you ever kind of feel ripped off in Dino Thunder when they did the evil White Ranger thing?
Thank you! What you mean, though? I mean, someone tell me the evil, when I was telling the evil White Ranger. Oh, when they went back to a season and did all that? When they went back to the other season? Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, now it's all good. I mean, although I like all those guys. They were cool. I really enjoyed working with them. They were cool people. You know, it was good seeing them and stuff like that. I mean, it was just different going back to the show, and all those kids kind of grew up watching it. So they were like big fans of Power Rangers. It was just kind of weird going on set and being like, oh, dude, that's the original. Oh, crazy. I'm not used to that. I started the show when it was like nothing. You know, people say I'm doing Power Rangers. They're like, that's cheesy, dude. That's never going to sell. But kids eat cheese. You like cheese sticks, right? Every kid likes cheese sticks. Kids eat cheese.
Wow.
Okay, so I have a question for whoever was in the first movie, the second movie, or both. What was the funnest thing you guys did and the hardest thing you guys did?
Fun thing
I
and
think
hard.
the funnest thing was seeing Johnny and Jason run up a tree. And it didn't really work out. Johnny didn't spot Jason. That was funny. The hardest thing for me was we were doing the parachute scene. Everybody knows how I was up there on the ladders and like got motion sickness and threw up in front of everybody. I think you have pictures of that.
Let's see. I think it was Cat. Yeah.
Come back to me.
Okay.
I just flashed on the first movie. I was down there with those guys, and I remember, I don't know if this was your Ears and Paul's first day, where you guys parachuted into that site, and they had to harness these guys up in these chute harnesses, and then you guys were hoisted up in a crane
Yeah,
or
I mean-
something, so that the illusion would be that they had parachuted from the plane, right? Everybody remembers. And they got all goofed up together, and
I
we-
like heights.
and I was watching those two, and I was thinking, oh my freaking God.
You imagine starting a job? I mean, imagine, hi, welcome
It's
to
like the
McDonald's,
first
here's
day.
your uniform, put him on the crane! And we're saying, don't worry, it's only like 20 feet above ground. Yeah, ground level was here, we were above a pit, which was 100 feet. I got a 300-pound anchor strapped to me.
And then there was the day in the park with Ivan Ooze, and Paul was there, and he was getting smacked in the face with ooze stuff. Does anybody remember that one? And they had to take that shot over and over and over.
And they didn't use it in the final cut.
And
They didn't use it.
I was watching him get smacked in the face. Smacked in the face. Smacked in the face. And oh, that was tough. That was hard to watch.
Oh man.
I like the parachute stuff. It's pretty fun too. I like watching them get sick. It's funny, she likes watching my face get smacked. I had fun on that movie. The second movie, remember we were doing the rapids up there? And I had that stunt double. I should have used it. He thought, you got a stunt double. I don't need a stunt double. And I'm like, all right, you know, you need to go in the rapids, and it weren't that big of a deal, but like, until a guy told me to keep my hands and feet in, it's like a damn ride. Keep your hands and feet in, you're gonna get caught in a rock. I was like, what's that? When you get sucked under the water, just, you know, keep your hands and feet in so you don't get caught under the rock. Well, this guy, the stunt guy was watching, it was cold on that day because they had hot tubs for us, you know? So the stunt guy was dry, so I jump in the water and I'm thinking, man, I should just use my stunt guy, you know? That's what a stunt guy's for. I didn't get any extra credit, I didn't get paid any extra, you know? And so the guy in the rapids goes, all right, you need to come under here, then you need to hit that point, then go under the water, and then hit that point, and I'm thinking, okay, well, it all went by accident, everything. Remember, I was like under the water, and they throw the zip line, I'm like, ugh, I grab the line, and the water's coming over my head, and I get out, and he's like, oh, that was good, and I was thinking, I didn't plan any of that. None of it. Yeah, it was like, you know, we had to sit in the hot tubs, that was crazy. Yeah. People think I did the jump off the rock. Everyone's like, did you do that? Yeah, I did that. I mean, I didn't do it.
My favorite part of the first two movies.
My favorite part is that I'm the first face you see in the beginning of the Power Ranger movies. That's right.
My favorite part was Walter being in my heart. Actually, we did have one scary thing in the second movie. They were filming us. We were supposed to be in some underground ship, or some ship that was sinking. And so they had the water coming up on us. Well, someone's brilliant idea was to have us have a conversation underwater as the place is sinking. Do you remember this? There's a door. We had to wait for the door to open, and Paul and I were supposed to be having a conversation and then get out. We almost drowned. And then they cut it. They're the most dangerous people in the world.
I remember, speaking of stunt doubles, I don't swim. I I know it's pretty sad. But we had I had a stunt double that was supposed to be snorkeling. And I remember we were filming and I was, you know, watching her go out to the water and she couldn't swim. How did she get hired? Okay, that was funny to me.
That means something. I really liked the falling from the cliff. I actually, you know, when they harnessed me up, that was really fun. I liked that part. But it was scary watching him in the rapids. I was like, he's gonna drown.
I had to play it off though when I got out.
Okay, so
Let me go again.
let me go get it.
Hey everyone. Okay, it's basically a two-part question. First of all, I know that in season 1, you guys wore the Ranger costumes, and in season 2, you wore the same costumes. Why didn't you guys wear the Die Ranger costumes? I mean, it would have saved a lot of time and money on video stuff.
I think at that point, I mean, it was a franchise at that point. They wanted to stick with a familiar face, you know. They figured that worked better for an American audience as opposed to.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like we didn't
That's
have
why he
any
was-
say.
That's why he's
We didn't have any say in anything that we wore. When they changed the powers and they changed the costumes, then they were like, here's your new costume, here's your new power. Right. So, yeah.
And the other question, basically similar. In the transition from season 2 to season 3, wouldn't it also have been easier if they would, for some reason, just have Kimberly and Aisha come out and then have Tommy become the red Ninja Ranger, Rocky become the blue Ninja Ranger, and Bill become the yellow Ninja Ranger, so that it would make more sense when Billy
Look at this.
You should get into television production. It would all make much more sense, I'm sure, if you guys were in control, but the powers that be make the decisions, and they say stand there, and you go, okay, find your light, and we find
Yeah, and
that's
it's
it.
television, it doesn't necessarily ever make sense.
Right.
And on this set, it seems like if you oppose to anything, one moment you're there, the next moment you're not.
You're going to Africa. There were 10 episodes for your character be written out, but that's a little bit story.